you guys ever get like you smell something or you recognize something and just like a memory comes back to you, and it's a good memory, and it ain't necessarily happiness, and it's not excitement, but it feels really good. It ain't pleasure neither, but it's just a random memory as a kid that you sort of flash back to, and it's just the best feeling ever, but you can't quite understand why. I have this one memory of, and I know it's gonna sound really random, but I'm walking around on a street, and I'm walking around the corner of this street, and it curves round, and there's a massive hedge, but there's a fence below it, and I don't know what it is, but I've had this memory in my head for so long, and I just remember feeling really good every single time I just flash back. The problem with this memory is that, well, first of all, I don't really know why I'm so happy. I can guess at why I am or why I feel so good, but I'm not quite sure. And second of all, it's not happiness, and I can't quite put my finger on the emotion. I haven't had it since I was a kid. And when I talk to people about this, they're like, yeah, like I had that as well. And I'm like, do we experience the same? Is it the same thing? Because then if we have experienced the same thing, we would be able to identify what it is, right? Sometimes I know about this memory. I can go back to this memory all the time, and I can play it in my head. But only very rarely can I feel the same emotion as I did then. Which is strange, because normally when I go back to memories and I think about them, the emotion attached with it is there with it, so I can identify how I felt at the time, kind of feeling, But this one's really strange, where normally the emotion triggers the memory. And again, in my adult life, or since I wasn't, 6 or 7 years old, I've probably jumped back to that memory and had the emotion attached with it maybe like 2 or 3 times in my whole entire life. And it's nothing important, nothing really important happened at those times. I can't even remember when I felt that emotion and jumped back to that memory. And it's strange, because you'd think there'd be something linked to it, maybe something that made me excited or happy, or maybe I remembered something, or maybe an event happened where it made me feel that way, so then it jumped me back into that memory. But actually, all those times, I don't remember them in detail, but I do remember it didn't seem to any of importance, or none of them related to each other. So it's always really confused me. But when I do jump into that feeling, it is like, honestly, the best feeling ever. It's a very relaxing, happy, you feel safe kind of vibe, and yeah, it just feels really good. Anyway, the reason why I bring up this memory I have is because I've been having a lot of dreams lately, and none of them are memories. They are, my brain making up things in my head, and they're really random, as most people that have dreams is. It's really random. But normally I feel like I can always pick something from it. Something my brain is telling me, or something that I'm not really focusing on. And I feel like when I have these dreams, I know if it's important or not. And normally I will put it down, and I'll come back to it later. But I had a dream last night that I've been having loads of dreams lately, but I had a dream last night, and it was just so random. And it was me going through loads of like puzzles, but it was very alone. Like, there was no one around, and it just, yeah, it felt really random. And then I got to the end, and I was like, oh, like, I've reached where I need to go. And the last one was really easy. And I just, like, it was like a bit of glass, but it wasn't a puzzle. It was just like, I can get out. So I smashed the glass and I jumped out, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, from here on out, I still had a way to go to where I was gonna go, but it was a lot more easier from that point. And so then I just, went, and I did what I needed to do. Again, obviously, there's a lot more to that. It's so hard to paint a picture, obviously, when you're dreaming something, but it was really, really random. I think it's something that I've told myself before, where challenges won't ever stop coming your way. But so when I broke that glass and I got to where I kind of needed to be, I still needed to go somewhere. There was still a challenge ahead, but it didn't seem so hard, even though it was. It was like I had come out of that spot that I was in, and I looked to the next challenge as actually kind of like a relief, like, oh yeah, I'm glad I'm having this challenge. And I've told myself this many times, when I was younger, challenges seemed so hard, and I would off-put them, and I would not want to do these things. Now when a challenge faces me, I'm like, I'm actually kind of excited. Yes, it's going to be hard, and yes, a lot of work, but actually I'm kind of excited to face this challenge, whereas when I was a kid, I'd avoid those things. I don't know whether that is the link, whether or not it is the link. That's what I take from it. And maybe I'm taking from it that maybe I'm going through quite a hard challenge right now, which I don't really know what it is, but that I will sort of come out on the other side, and there'll still be challenges there, but they will feel a lot better, and actually I'll be more excited for it. That was my dream and my childhood memory that I can't quite pin the emotion on, but I know it's a good one.